Hello everyone, this is my 2023 Talaria Sting MX4. We just got done putting the KTM 85 forks on the front, EBMX controller. So I've been taking this thing apart, found a little bit of a weak point or a design flaw. So these swing arms have a bolt that just goes through here and latches on. It actually threads into the swing arm piece. I weigh like 200 pounds, so put a lot of pressure on it, you know. I noticed my swing arm starting to strip out. So you can see fully ruined threads. So today we're gonna fix these with the thread repair kit. So I got over here. I got the new EXT shock I'm gonna put on the rear. Got the heavy hitter linkage with some titanium bolts. Trying to beef this thing up as much as I can. So right here, this is the thread repair kit you're gonna need. And this was 40 bucks on eBay, on Amazon. I recommend getting some permanent Loctite with it. So come over here. We got, I'm gonna use that in between the swing arm and the new thread insert. So we're gonna get into that. I have my drill bit here. I'm gonna go ahead and core it out and we'll get back to you. Okay, so we got the drilled out. So now we're ready to use the tap right here to make new threads. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And I'll get back to you. Okay, so it's very, very important that you start your tap nice and straight, nice and plumb, nice and square. So that's probably gonna be the hardest part about this whole process, is just to make sure you get this nice and straight. Because if you go ahead and just start threading it on, it's gonna wanna kind of kick off to the side a little bit. So you just be patient with this step. Okay, so when you finish with your tap, you wanna make sure you go through all the way past the little tapered end. And it's almost easier just to like screw it all the way through. Either way, you can bring it out. Okay, we got the new threads in. Looking good, nice and cleaned up. Make sure there's no debris in there. So next, we're gonna wanna use this tool. We'll get a heli-coil. So you're gonna put the heli-coil on like that. There's a little groove for the tab to get in there. And then you're gonna slowly thread this sucker on there. But first, I'm gonna go ahead and put Loctite on these threads in here. I'm not gonna put them on the heli-coil. I'm gonna put them on the interior of my swing arm. All right, we'll get back to you after that. Okay, so we got the new threads in there. I went a little bit farther than I probably should have, but it's good to get it in there. You don't want it flush, you want it a little past. So that'll be plenty. I got a little extra on the back. So usually you have a punch to knock this out. What I'm gonna do is just stretch this and cut it with my grinder. So it'll be all good. All right, we got that cleaned up. Cut flush on the back, and let's test her out. Oh yeah, feeling good. Nice. Looks like that was a success, So I'm gonna go ahead and just let the Loctite clean up the inside of these threads with some rubbing alcohol. And then yeah, go ahead and I'll just let that probably cure for 24 hours or so before I try to put everything back together. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe. This is my first video. So, you know, maybe when I come across another project, I'll post it. And we'll post this bike when it's all finished. I went ahead and got a new upgraded reinforced bracket for this gearbox because I've seen that these bolts can break, and I've seen these things break in two. So I actually got upgraded hardware, some nice new titanium bolts for here, which were like $10 from this awesome site. You can buy really whatever kind of titanium bolts you need. So it's kind of unnecessary spending a fortune on all these little bolts from Warp 9 or whatever. So yeah, if you don't mind, you know, just doing a little research, figuring out what kind of thread patterns or what kind of bolts they are, you can go on there and order stuff for pennies to the dollar. This fork needed a couple modifications, but it's looking sweet. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you in the next video.